Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizzano, and this is the Affiliate Party Podcast. We are coming to you live from the good city of Atlanta, Georgia. I am down here looking at all my books. Today, we're going to talk about keeping a journal, an organizer, whatever you want to call it. Keeping a book handy. Why you should have a daily journal. Why you should write in it every day. And why you need to keep the journal on you. Now, if you like me, you thought to yourself one day, you said, hey, I'm ready to do something different with my life. And that was me. So I decided to do, why am I talking like that? I don't know. But anyway, I decided I wanted to do, I said, I'm going to figure out something online. I'm going to do something online, start a business, So I decided I want to be an affiliate marketer. I figured that's the easiest point for me to get into because, at the time I didn't have any products. I didn't have anything. I didn't have any books that I was going to be writing, anything like that. But so I got into it, doing it. And then I realized to be running a business, you need to have some organization. You need to be a little more organized than what I was. So I started reading about different things. And then one thing that kept coming up was writing a journal, writing ideas in a journal, being organized, writing the things you want to get accomplished in this amount of time, that amount of time, things of that nature. So I went out to Walmart. I bought a little book, a black book. It was like $5-6. So I started writing stuff down in the book, and it was going pretty good. But then I would forget the book. Actually, when I left, I went out for a couple of weeks to work. I forgot the book, and I was like, "Well, damn, that's not doing me any. That book is not doing me any good." And I said, "I need something that I won't forget." So I found this guy online. Well, I heard a podcast this guy was on, and he said he has a thing called the Daily Focus Planner, and it's from a guy named Michael Hyatt. And then I bought one of his books. It's called Your Best Year Ever, a 5-step plan for achieving your most important goals. So that's a little plug, but I haven't actually read that book yet. But I do use the Daily Focus Planner, and it's actually a pretty good product. I mean, it's like $30, something like that. When I bought it, I need to buy another one for let's see, September, October, November, December. Yeah, for the last quarter, I need to buy one. And then I'll probably just get them sent to me every quarter because I like it. I like it a lot. So, now let's get to you. Enough about me, but let's get to you. Why you need a journal every day? Need a journal every day so you can write down your ideas, you write down your dreams, write down your thoughts, write down what you accomplished, what you want to get accomplished. That is like, hey, that's basically, for me, it's kind of holding myself accountable for the things I want to do, because I say I want to do it, but now I'm like, I wrote it down. Now I have to do it. I want to do it. You know what I mean? You want to get in there and you just want to get in there and do it. And the journal helps with the ideas, because if you're like me, you don't have a lot of time, or if you work a job where you can't just sit there on, some places that you work, you can't just sit there on the phone all day. I mean, you can't sit at the computer all day jotting down ideas, writing things down. I know a lot of people, they say 9 to 5. I don't know what a 9 to 5 job is. I've never had one. I mean, I drive a truck. When I come up with an idea and I'm driving the truck, I have to either grab my phone, record a little bit, and then put it down, or I have to actually stop, pull over until like the next rest area, hold that thought, and pull over to the next rest area to write it down. I don't have a job. I don't have a job where I can just be like, oh, la-di-da, let me fill out all this stuff. So every morning or every evening, whichever one, whenever I'm done working or before I actually start working, I get my daily focus plan out. I write down ideas for the day. I write down thoughts for the day. I wrote down what I accomplished yesterday, things of that nature. and it helps. It helps me see. It helps me see a vision. It helps me, it helps me move forward in my vision. It helps. It just helps. The daily journal has been a thing that helped me because the first year I was, I'll use the word trying because that's what. When you're not making any money, when you're not making any money and you don't have a real vision. You're just trying to do something. You're not actually doing something. Now I can say I'm actually doing the affiliate marketing. You know what I mean? So, the first year when I tried to do affiliate marketing, I never wrote anything down. I never did it. I just, sort of did things off the cuff. And doing things off the cuff, and it might work sometimes, but it's not gonna work on a consistent basis. If you want to be in this business forever, if you want to be in the business of working for yourself forever, then you have to become a little more organized, or eventually you have to be organized and disciplined. I mean, eventually you can pay somebody, they can be organized for you, but a lot of us starting off small. A lot of us are starting off from the bottom. You have to be organized yourself. You have to get organized. I'm not saying you have to get organized. You have to get organized to be organized. That's what I'm saying. And I'll give you an example of the daily journal. Okay. Now this Sunday I wrote down podcast. I said topics I'm gonna talk about in the podcast. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Every day I'll get to my book, I look at it, I go, okay, today we're talking about daily journals. And then I figure out, which way I want to go. And then I start talking. And that's how I do it. Now, eventually I'm gonna do that for my YouTube videos because I want to be more consistent. And the YouTube videos, and I want to be more consistent. I definitely have to be more consistent when it comes to writing on my website. I just want to be more consistent about everything. So the journal helps me be more consistent. I write down the goals and I look at the goals. I see where I want to be. I see where I'm not. And I'm like, okay. So it helps. It has helped me out. It will help you out. So I hope that helps. Daily journal. And plus, one thing before we get off this podcast, one thing you should do every day is, it doesn't have to exactly be this, but I saw this show last week called Wealth Breakthroughs. I don't know if you checked it out, but it was online. And it was a guy, James Altucher. I can't pronounce his name, but he had a good idea. And I've been doing this before but I haven't been writing down exactly 10 ideas. But he said you should write down 10 ideas every day. He said you might not use all 10. You might not never use the ideas, but it gets you to the habit of thinking, thinking. Because one thing about it, if you want to eventually move on from affiliate marketing, say if you want to write books or you want to host, whatever you want to do, you have to come up with fresh ideas for yourself. Well, anyway, even if you are doing affiliate marketing, you want to have ideas for yourself. You just don't want to be a copycat of everybody else. You don't want to be a charlatan. You know what I mean. But anyway, he had an idea. Write down 10 ideas every day. So me, I gave that a try the last 5 days. Actually, I've written down 10 ideas every day. One day I wrote down 15 ideas. But it just gets you in the habit of thinking. The most important thing when you're trying to do all this stuff is just thinking, coming up with stuff. It's not hard. Just look at your life, look at everything you've done in your life, because I know this is I know the title of this podcast is going to be Daily Journals, but now we're going off into a little different segment, but it's okay. The idea is just the idea is just using your memory as your brain as a muscle. You want to work this muscle out because a lot of us, I know me included, for a few years after I got out of high school, I didn't have any kind of thoughts. I was just doing just sort of surviving, just living, But the idea of writing down 10 ideas that day, even if you only have 3 ideas that day, write them down, Write down what you want to do, blah, 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 blah. And that's why the journal is important, because it helps you. It also helps you see your vision. It also helps you exercise that muscle, the brain. So, I know we went off into a little different direction, but we're back on course. Every day, try to plan out. I know it's hard. It might be hard for you, but nah, I'm not going to say that. You know what? It's not that hard. It's easy to do. If you have to wake up a little earlier, just wake up a little earlier. If you have to stay up a little later to write down, to fill out your journal every day, to fill out the ideas you have, just do that. Just do it. At the end of the day, you just have to do it. It's not about it being hard. Everything is hard here. I mean, life is hard, man. It don't matter. But life ain't got to be hard. You know what I'm saying? So, I know that last part probably doesn't make any sense, but come on. I mean, if you want, eventually it boils down to this. You want to do it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? You want to be organized or you don't. Me, I want to be organized, so every day I fill out this journal. Yeah, some days I wake up, I'm thinking, I got to fill out this journal before I do anything. I mean, but I do it. I don't mind it. I actually enjoy it now because, hey, I mean, writing down ideas, doing the journal has led me to, this last month I've been doing this podcast, and boom, look how it's coming along. So that's it. Get a daily journal. You don't have to spend $30 on a full focus daily planner like I'm doing, but you can always go to Walmart, Target, and just buy your little book, and start from there. I hope that helps. Be organized. Write in the journal. Write down your ideas. Keep your ideas. Use your ideas. Just don't write them down. Actually, use a couple of them. A couple of them will be good. You'll get a germ of an idea, and you'll keep going, and you'll keep going with it, and see where it takes you. All right. Until we meet again tomorrow. My name is Tony Rizzano. This is the Affiliate Party Podcast, and as always, we will see you. I've got to work on that. That is bad. Okay. Anyway, my name is Tony Rizzano. This is the Affiliate Party. This is the Affiliate Party Podcast, and as always, peace.